Yes, that's the question. Yeah.
Sorry, I'll be brief. Thank you, Mayor.
And I have more questions.
An analogy, an analogous situation. Myself, I'm not a commuter, yet I can be empathetic towards the commuter. So why does somebody who is for this approach that Metro Vancouver has to solid waste have to be of the mind of someone who is just feels like throwing all their garbage in? It's possible for us to empathize with them.
Oh, yeah, I know that, but what I'm saying is the group that's already going to recycling and sorting and everything, there's a group out there who just thinks the easiest thing to do is dump it all in the garbage can. How are we gonna reach that group?
It's not gonna get collected. If they
Well,
don't read the undercurrent, or they don't look at the bin website, or they don't follow the advertisements that are gonna be
Yeah.
tacked up around the place, it's their problem, it's not our problem.
Okay, but does that mean that but
They're gonna have to
is this part
sort
of
their
the,
stuff out.
is this part of the education program, that it's
Of course.
gonna tell
Yeah.
them what's gonna
Yeah.
happen if they put it in a
Yes.
garbage bag?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Thank you. The approach that's being taken, and Dawn has outlined it, is that we are using permissive language.
Yeah.
Where
No, I
the approach that we're taking is that people have the ability to understand it, and that we're using all of our powers of persuasion to get people to buy into the program rather than dragging them along, kicking and screaming.
So my other question is, all this advertising, it's in the undercurrent, and the articles in the undercurrent, are they posted on the municipal website? Are there press releases going out on the municipal website every time an article is put in the undercurrent?
Good point, thank you very much.
And
I don't
are
think
those
that's happening.
articles in the undercurrent and the and the news releases and all that stuff being sent to council?
Not specifically,
Cause it would be really nice to know,
yeah,
to
thank
receive
you, Allison.
those. or at
We'll
least
set up a
one.
process with Dawn and.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Can do
Yeah.
that. Just know that that is not standard practice. Like, if you count the number of ads that are in the undercurrent this week that are under the banner of the Bowen municipality, we never get ad clippings. Like, I can understand with the solid waste, but just know that what you're requesting is gonna cause staff time, and it's gonna cause additional committee time.
But I would like to have received a notice that the public information meeting was happening.
Yeah, fair enough, Allison.
And I
That's something
think-
we dropped the ball on.
Yeah, that's,
This Saturday's one.
yeah,
You don't-
first I heard about it was this, Dawn's report.
They gotta
And
tell
I
didn't know.
went and looked at the municipal website, and I don't recall seeing
Allison?
anything on there.
I'd like to-
I
To
had a
recommend that
couple
you
more questions.
include
Okay,
mail
just
drops as
And I was gonna
part
ask a
of this
question about how are we
process.
getting out, is it a mail
Hold on,
box?
hold on.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Recommend that you include mail drops as part of this process.
We chose not to do a mail drop for this particular meeting on Saturday, but count on it, you're gonna get lots of it between now and July.
But so
Okay,
this little
back to
green
Allison.
chart, that was my question, how's that being distributed?
This,
Yeah,
it's on every mailbox, and it's posted around the community.
So
In
that's-
every mailbox, did you say?
No, the mail boxes, sitting at the street side.
so but which Canada Post will tear off because we're not allowed to post on the mailbox.
Yeah, there's a
But-
poster campaign going around the cove, just like you do for a music concert. They'll put them up in all the standard places, including mailboxes. Some do get torn down, that's just part of the deal of doing it. But, there is,
No, but I mean, is that the notice about the information meeting, or is that the notice about the organics happening?
This is the information meeting.
So are you doing a stuffer in the, okay, so that's just for the information meeting,
You're
okay,
gonna
I
get
thought that
lots-
was the information on the
Count,
organics.
count on there's gonna be lots of stuff coming.
Okay, all right.
We've had to run so hard just to get this done, that, obviously, as you're seeing, we've forgotten about it.
I think go
That's
back
okay.
to the issue of informing council, that's part of what Dawn was touching upon with the executive summary after each meeting that we'll be going out to, that's part of the information being circulated to
And,
council.
and the information is in the minutes, Allison.
Which I just got in the agenda package.
Say something?
Yeah.
We haven't implemented our new system yet,
Yeah, so,
but it's in the works.
yeah.
Allison, are you finished?
Well, no, I'm just,
Probably not.
my favorite hobby horse, and without having seen any of the information, we keep talking about food recycling. But it's more than just food, is it not?
No.
So I might used paper serviettes and paper towels,
Food is a generality true.
yeah, so that's
part of
just looking at what some friends do in the other,
Yeah.
the other areas. And then the questions, we're gonna start addressing the kind of garbage can people need.
No, and if I may speak about that?
Yeah, yeah, that's important.
Because the food is gonna be collected on a separate day, in West Van and all over Metro Van, because they have sophisticated garbage collection vehicles, they do it all on one day. They're certainly doing garbage and food on the same day, most places. We are gonna get food on Wednesdays, garbage on Monday, Tuesday, so that you can use the same can. As long as it's got a secure lid so that our lovely pests don't get at dogs and rodents and ravens.
But you've still gotta store the food somewhere for the week before you put it out.
People will need to develop an in-house food collecting system. And there are many ways of doing that. Some municipalities have supplied their residents with a curbside bin, like West Van. They get this nice green bin, it's about this high. And other communities give that plus an in-kitchen, under-counter bin. But, you know, municipality, we made that's another point, we made the decision not to put this to council because we thought, you know, we don't have money to go buying that kind of stuff.
So basically, I'm getting questions, they're saying, well, what kind of garbage can do I need and stuff like that, so.
That's all come,
So those are available. You should point that out to Allison. Those are available. The under-counter things are available at Bird right now.
I have 3.
And basically the plastic
I thought-
lined paper
My
bags
thoughts
that
are
go
talking
inside.
about the general public needs to know
But they
this.
want clear,
Okay, now my other
That's
concern
okay.
is the pricing one on number 2. Right now, I've got a green waste deck,
yes,
but I gather those have been handed out to anybody that comes in and asks for them.
it's true.
So so you can get your organics picked up for free and not buy a garbage deck.
No, you're gonna get 3 decals. One will say non-organics, that's garbage.
Yeah.
One will say organics, and that's food.
Well,
You can put them both on top of the same can, or you can put them on separate cans. Some people have a can that they use specifically for
yeah.
yard trimmings, and that's got your little green sticker on it. So there's a number of different ways of slicing it. And
But you're gonna have to write a check for your garbage decal in order to get those other 2 decals.
yes,
But you can still use your old yard waste decal and not pay for garbage and not use the other 2 decals.
How many people do that?
yeah. And
A few.
Our finance
a few,
committie,
very few.
Yeah.
Candy in particular, has already met with Swarmack.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, briefly. The committee has spent many hours on several occasions talking about the kind of garbage containers, both inside and outside. So don't think that we haven't thought about it. There's been a lot of talk about it, and as Dawn has inferred, there will be a lot more information coming about it. We've gone around different scenarios of talking to the hardware store, Early Bird, the Ready Potato, the garden center, and the general store about supplying the various materials. So they're prepared for July, and they can make some money off it, and the public will have the right stuff. So know that we're all over this. Thank you.
Just one quick question. I just wanted to put the feelers out, Don, to see what your aptitude or appetite at this time would be to segue with the APC. There's some related planning issues and so on. The APC at this point in time is struggling a little bit without the input from a professional planner. But what I wanted to ensure was that work wasn't duplicated in light of your obvious dedication and hard work. If that work is being done already, wanna make sure that the APC isn't doing the same work. So I wondered what your timelines would be to maybe have a joint, meeting.
I have begun to sit in with the APC
I
meeting.
noticed that in the minutes, that's great, yeah.
And have all their documents. So, it's a little premature for us because we haven't quite got to the bylaw
Yeah.
step yet, but we're aware that they've already done some of our work, so that's fine.
Okay.
Thank you
So,
very much.
yeah, shall I leave it in for you to contact us when you're ready? It seems to me that you're racing to the deadline of the 3rd to get the education program up and running and so on, or whatever the date was in July. So shall we leave it at that when the timing is right, that you contact us, or shall I follow up with you, or?
I'll be at tonight's meeting, so I intend to, it's critical because we recognize that we are not the experts about bylaws and land use. So we're gonna need help.
Okay, good.
Big time.
What time is APC?
7:30.
If I have a preference, I know the people on the committee, an excellent committee, they know more about garbage and recycling than we will ever learn, or to be frank, I even have the interest to learn.
Okay.
Hiccups will happen, they will, some people will get furious and others will not, we have to live with that. I would like to get involved on a council level to the least degree. If there are potentially volatile issues, staff and the liaison should alert us to them. Other than that, for heaven's sake, don't micromanage committees who know what they're doing. So,
I agree with you.
yes.
That's why we agreed to a select committee.
Yeah.
Council is represented.
No, we appreciate the work that your committee's done.
One of the things that came up at our last meeting was the observation that we are moving from a select committee to a working committee almost, in the sense.
Working group.
Oh, we didn't say that select didn't mean working.
Actually, it's applied.
Yeah.
You didn't
I would
read
like to
between
see
the
any
lines.
committee be.
Okay, I guess I did.
Is there anything further?
No, I have nothing further.
Any further questions of Don, Brett, or council?
Thanks,
Well,
Don.
thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
You do.
Appreciate
Well,
it.
we've got a section here on the,
Yeah, so,
All right,
Sure.
terms of reference.
recommendation to adopt the terms of reference.
so I had a couple of questions on. There's something wrong with in 2.2, the third bullet. The wording doesn't make sense. Provide staff the development of solid waste bylaw, including that other existing bylaws that are affected or brought to the attention of council. There's something missing there. And I'm trying to figure out how to fix it.
2.2, which bullet?
Third bullet.
How about putting and instead
Instead
of
of our,
including, or even assist staff in the development of solid waste bylaw and other bylaws that are affected.
Are brought to,
Yeah.
and bring, but maybe it said, and
And-
bring to council's attention other bylaws that are affected. I mean, we can approve it knowing in there, but the wording's gotta be fixed for the final version. And then on 3.1, besides my question of what is report to council mean, on 3.1 it says, in addition, there shall be one BAM senior staff member who will sit as a non-voting member of the committee. I think that should probably be a separate bullet, but how does that work with 3.2, which says a staff member will be identified by the CAO to support the work of this committee? Are they, so we've got two staff members, or?
No, it's just the one, it's Wilson. I think we can add that second line of 3.1, merge it into 3.2. We could put a staff member of BIM will be identified by the CAO to support the work of this committee, who will sit as a non-voting member.
And then I guess just the question about report to council, because that could mean for a decision or for information after a decision's been made.